What's up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Odd Shopper channel. And today we're talking some college football prize picks. Ahead of week 2, we're going to focus on the Saturday slate. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. We're also brought to you by PrizePicks, of course. We'll show you all through their platform and discuss a number of ways you can play these picks in a little bit. But first and foremost, they have a $100 first match deposit bonus. You put in $100, you're getting $100 right from PrizePicks that you could use maybe even on some of these plays. Make sure to check that out. The link is in the video description below. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. I will bring you to the board. Let's dive in. Here is the PrizePicks board. We're going to start with a quarterback prop. So there's a ton up here. Excuse me while I search some of these guys. First one, we're going to go under on Rocco Becht, the Iowa State quarterback. I don't know how talented Rocco is. No slight to Rocco himself. Iowa State's going to use 2 quarterbacks, and they're going to use them against a stout Iowa defense. This game has a total of 36.5 points. Iowa State is a 4-point underdog. All this culminates to Rocco Becht maybe should be projected for 161.5 yards if he was guaranteed to play the whole game. But they're going to use 2 quarterbacks. Expect to see J.J. Cole in this lineup as well. Going to our second prop, we're going to pivot over to rushing, and we're going to start with Miami, and we're going to take an under on Henry Parrish. He's at 57.5 rushing yards. Parrish was locked into a 3-way timeshare in week 1 that featured A.J. Allen, freshman 4-star Mark Fletcher, and even Donald Chaney popped up. But Chaney played mostly in the fourth quarter. Best case scenario, I think you look at a 3-way committee. Parrish started, but only 19 snaps. A.J. Allen and Fletcher each had 16 snaps apiece. This is going to be a running back by committee. In worst case scenario, you have Donald Chaney involved. In this particular matchup, Miami's a 3.5-point underdog to Texas A&M in a game with a total of 51 points. So right away, this doesn't look like it's a matchup conducive to running. Game script certainly doesn't favor running. And then you have 4 backs, maybe 3 at best. I'll take the under on Parrish here. Next one, we're actually going to go to the counterpart on the other side in Amari Daniels for similar reasons. Amari Daniels, 57.5 rushing yards. Texas A&M showed us a little bit in their first game. Ruben Owens played 40 snaps. Amari Daniels played 14. Le'Veon Bell played 9. They actually started 2 backs in this game. The first guys that went on the field together were Ruben Owens and Ruben Owens and Le'Veon Moss. Amari Daniels was not one of the guys that started this game even. Ruben Owens is their 5-star freshman. This is a guy that is basically the future of the position for Texas A&M. They got him on the field immediately, and I think this continues. I think Ruben Owens is straight up going to be their running back 1 this year. And while this is probably a committee early on, I don't see any way Amari Daniels hits this 57.5 rushing yards outside of a rogue big carry or something like that. Going to receiving, we've got a couple greasy ones for you. I'm going to give you all 5, so bear with me here. First one is going to be Alex Bullock, over 30.5 receiving yards. Nebraska, they're taking on Colorado here. Colorado has a horrific defense. They still don't have Cormani McClain, who hasn't played. Miles Slusher's out of this game. He's their nickel corner. And this team got absolutely gashed by TCU. The total in this game is 59 points. So they are expecting Nebraska to score with Colorado. The spread's within 3. And Shedeur Sanders and company is going to score in Nebraska. That's going to force this Nebraska team to throw at least at some point in this game. Nebraska lost Isaiah Garcia Castaneda. He led the team in targets in week 1. And Alex Bullock was actually their most efficient receiver when you look at what this team actually put on the field. He had 56 yards on 3 receptions, 3 targets. This is a guy that's playing out wide. This is a player that's getting open for this team, and he's going to be playing alongside Marcus Washington and Billy Kemp. There's going to be good opportunity here for Alex Bullock. 30 receiving yards is just too little in this game environment against Colorado in a shootout. Last one we're going to get to is Lawrence Keys in the Tulane Ole Miss game. Awesome game here. Elite total of 66.5. Ole Miss is about a 7-point favorite here. And right away, this game has points written all over it. In the first game, Tulane didn't need to throw a lot. You know, Michael Pratt had 15 attempts. He still managed to get 293 yards. The guy averaged nearly 20 yards per pass attempt. against South Alabama. That's absurd. What I will say is they're not going to have that efficiency, but they're going to throw more because Ole Miss plays fast and they're going to score. When you look at these receivers, Lawrence Keys he participated in 100% of the routes, 100% route share. Chris Brazell was at 77%. Jaquan Jackson was at 53%. And the receiving yards were pretty close between these players. Like Keys was at 96. Jackson came in at 106. Very little separating them. And the thing that actually separates them is that Keys participated in 30% more routes than Jackson. So this is, I don't think Jackson's a poor projection by any means, but I think this is just really low on Keys against an Ole Miss team in what should be a potential shootout. So those are our 5. We're going to go over on Keys. This, you have to play flex play for 5. But, if you take one of these away, it gives you more options. So if you do 4 or, 3, you can choose between the power play or the flex play. The power play, you need 4 correct and you 10x. But the flex play, you have more options. 4 correct, you still get 5x. 3 correct, you get 1.5x. If you get one wrong, it gives you some flexibility here. But I'm going to play Keys. We're going to play this full 5-way here. And make sure you check out PrizePicks. It's awesome. The link is in the video description below for that match deposit bonus. Hit the thumbs up button on the way out. If there's something you like on the board, let me know. I'd love to hear it in the comments. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter if you have a question as well, at Matt_Gajewski. And we'll be back next week for another session of PrizePicks. Until then, good luck, and we'll see you later.